Hello. I'm just making sure that I am live per usual. Whoa, sorry. I got attacked right there. There I am. I think I am live. This is exciting. All right, so it looks like we are up and running. So today, I had a bit of a busier day than I was planning, and so we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be trying to do that 7 tricks challenge today, and we're going to see how we can do. So let me open this up. I don't want you guys to see the scores from the last tournament that I was just playing in. I just finished a recording about 3 minutes ago. So hopefully I will have that up this weekend for you all to review. But in the meantime, let's see if I can tackle this 7 tricks challenge. Ta-da! Oh, I have to change this. Hold on. Let me turn that off and then properties and change it to 7 tricks challenge. Free. Okay, there we go. Now we are updated with the right thing. So you guys got a little spoiler as to what I was exactly recording. But hopefully you guys like the new layout. I worked really hard on this yesterday, and I think it looks kind of nice. So let's try this one out. Oh no, we are in one no trump. We need to take 7 tricks, and we have no trump suit. So let's see what we can do. Well, this spade lead is really not helpful to us, but one thing that we have going in our favor is sometimes against a no trump contract, you lead the jack from like ace, jack, 10. So we're going to bank on that. We're going to fly with the king here. And we failed. So what we can think before we even move on from this trick, jack, king, ace. There's a lot of honors that have been used right here. So let's think about what honors are still remaining. There's the queen, the 10, the 9. The 9 isn't an honor, but it is something that we want to consider. So we are missing those 3 cards, but there's a lot of possibility that those get knocked out along the way. So queen, 10, and 9, and then our 8 is good. So we're going to keep our eye open for that. They decided to switch to a heart, and that is fine by us. So we could duck this one. But I want to go for as many tricks as I can. That's how we get the most points here, is by taking tricks. So I'm going to fly with the ace here, and I'm going to start working on diamonds, because I have this beautiful diamond suit that I would like to start attacking. And there we go. We are a complete disaster here. We are wide open in hearts and spades now. So maybe I should have ducked the first one. So we're going to pitch a club here. Pitch another club. Let's get rid of the diamond, jack of diamonds, and get rid of another club. And here come the spades. So we were looking for the queen, the 10, the 9. Now, one thing we can keep our eye open for, though, is this 7 of diamonds. We might be able to score that one here. Burn. Well, we are not making our contract, but we are going to score. Are we? I'm not going to risk it, actually. I don't even know how many diamonds they've discarded, but there's a strong possibility. Yeah, if I'd played a diamond, we would not have made that trick at the end. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. Well, that was tragic. So they started with the spade, and even if I had ducked it, it wouldn't have been that helpful. Okay. Well, let's try the next one. Hopefully we can do better this time. So here we got the 5 of diamonds as an opening lead. Now that's pretty nice. I have the ace, king, queen, 10, and 8. We can use the rule of 11 here. So 11 minus 5 would be 6. So there are 6 cards higher than the 5 in the 3 remaining hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this is 4th best, we don't even need to worry about what card we play because in theory, it's the highest. We're beating it with the 10, the 6, the 8. So we can just play small here and see what happens. Looking at the whole hand though, we want to set up hearts. We have this ace of clubs. Spades look a little sus. So I'm gonna just play small, see what happens. Wow. It was for the best and they have all 5 of them. Okay. Well, seems like this is a very distributional hand. I'm gonna knock out the ace of hearts before we get too deep into this nonsense. And they've switched to a club. Now I have 2 thoughts here. I could play the ace or I could play small. My one concern with playing small is that if they get on lead, they're probably going to start attacking spades. So if they start attacking spades, they can get the ace, king, queen, and jack. And then I won't have gained anything. If I win the ace, hearts might split 3-3. And I'm still going to end up losing 4 tricks. So I suppose the real question is, oh, well, no, I'd lose 4 tricks plus the king of clubs if I play small and I lose it. So I should win it with the ace. Play my diamonds while East still is confused about what's happening. There's a club. They pitched a spade as well. Another club. So we're going to take our hearts. Oh, no. Oh, man. What a mess. So I guess we will take my 7th trick. And we're going to exit a spade. Maybe our clubs will come back to us. Maybe our little 9 of spades will turn into a trick. I don't think the 8 of hearts is going to be much help, though. Hey, we were losing the king of clubs. If we played small. Okay. So, yeah, that was a hand with so much distribution. It's like ridiculous. Like, what even happened? So, I'm glad that I took my tricks and went home because whew, could have been quite spicy there. Okay, so looking at hand number 3 here. They led the 3 of spades. We can use the rule of 11. 11 minus 3 would be 8. So there's 8 cards higher than the 3 in the 3 remaining hands. We have 5 of them. So in theory, East has at least 3 spades here. So what are my thoughts? Where are my tricks coming from? Normally, the diamonds would look promising. But the problem is we don't have an entry to those diamonds. I think what I want to do here is try to win this first trick in the north hand if they want me to win the trick. Because I want to be able to play a heart right away. I have those 2 diamonds, I have the ace of clubs, I have the ace of hearts. I'm going to get 1 spade trick, so that's 5. And so I need 1 or 2 tricks from hearts. It's a little bit spicy, but that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so they wanted to work on hearts for me. They must have heard me talking. Okay. 9 of hearts, 10, jack, small. Now they return a club. You guys are so fascinating. Why haven't we tried to knock out my spade again? Okay. So I'm going to play the 9 here. East probably doesn't have the queen of clubs. So that's a little disheartening. But what we might be thinking is East might only have 2 clubs. So I think I'm going to let them win this. And if they return one, ugh, do I really expose my hand like this? I was going to say if they return a club, I'm going to win the ace. But they decide to return a spade, the ace. Now, I have 2 ways to play this. I can play small, conceal my queen. They don't necessarily know that I have 3-3 in spades right now. Or I can play the queen and set up my entry in the spade suit. I'm thinking maybe it's 50-50. Ugh. I think I'm going to play the queen, even though it exposes me. Oh, they didn't even... I keep thinking they're going to play spades, and then they just don't. So, they started with the 9, the 9, the 10, the jack, and small. 9, 10, jack, small. And now they play the 3. So what holding do they have? Do we think they have the king? Probably not. Do we think they have the 8? Possibly. Also not super likely. So I actually think I'm going to play small here. Because I'm not hurting for entries at this point. High 7. Okay, so you won that one. I have no idea what's happening anymore on this hand. This is like a complete, like, anomaly to me. So what, does East have... This is the second round of hearts. I started with 6. They started with 7. East could have started with King 9, 8. King 9, 8. 3. Small. What? No. West must have started with West has the King of Hearts. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, well I have control now. I have control. So I can try to set up the diamonds because my 10 of spades is an entry. What is even happening? Duck that one, let them get it. 10 of spades is good. King of diamonds? Come on. Lame. Okay, so I can pitch the club. This hand is such a weird hand. I could play the 10 of diamonds and let them get on lead, but I don't think that's very helpful. Oh, I still haven't seen the Queen of Clubs. Oh, I thought that West might have it. But we know now that West... Well, wait a second. Wait a second. We think West has the Queen of Clubs. We think West has the Queen of Clubs. We were also thinking that they probably have the heart. So we were thinking that they had the Queen of Clubs, the King of Hearts. But now we know that they have one more diamond. So... if they have the King of Hearts, I can just cash my Ace of Hearts. If they have the Queen of Clubs, they get the Queen of Clubs and the diamond. Queen of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds, and then they give me one heart trick. I'm gonna cash my ace. Aw. Aw. Who has the queen? Or the king? Okay, so West does have the Queen of Clubs. So East had the King of Hearts this whole time. Wow, wow, wow. I went down in a cold contract, guys. Cold. Okay. So, this was a very tactical maneuver. Playing low there was really quite magical. Okay, what now? Ace of diamonds. Diamond. Win the king. Oh, no, duck, that's fine. Play the spade. Oh, I just have to end play them at the end there. Because if I play ace of clubs and a club, now West has to win it with the queen. And then they return the diamond. But how am I supposed to know that diamonds don't split 3-3? Tragedy. Okay, so let's try number 4. They've led a club. Let's do our rule of 11. 8 clubs higher than the 3 in the 3 remaining hands. We have 8 clubs higher than the 3. So in theory, East doesn't have any clubs higher. So we can pretty much guarantee winning this trick. Or we can, 100%. We can play the 9, we can play the jack, whatever. But I think I want to play small because if that is the smallest one that they, or if that's 4th best, I want to be able to finesse the 10 later on. 6, so we can win this one with the 6. So we have these diamonds, we have these clubs. Man, they have been giving us hard hands today. I'll play the ace of clubs, try to cash that. Okay, so it was only 3rd best, so that's good. We'll cash this one. They can have the king of clubs, and they'll have to return something. But East pitched a diamond. Fascinating. Let's duck this one and let them have it. Maybe they'll return one more. No. Okay, so East pitched a diamond. They started with the jack and then the 10. There's the queen. So our diamonds are good now. Our jack of clubs is also good. We should take the spade finesse while we're here, though. Ugh. Okay, so wait, how many tricks do we have? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have 7. If the king of spades is off, we're going down. So do we feel like we should just make our contract? It feels like that's the way we're trending. So I think I'm just going to take my tricks, call it a day. King of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, pitch a spade. Take that beautiful club. And we're going to pretend like we're going to finesse, but we are going to play that ace. We're going to make our contract. It's usually a good strat. And that's exactly why, because we were going down in our contract. I was going to say, hopefully they don't have a heart still, but they don't. But we made our contract. Do, do, do. So, we managed to recover that board and turn it into a W. Because when we ducked that diamond, we started giving them more of a problem. They don't know so much about the hand. So they tried hearts. They blocked hearts. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. All right. 3 of spades. Rule of 11. There are 8 spades higher than the 3 in the 3 remaining hands. We can see that we have 5 of them. So in theory, East has 3 spades higher than the 3 in their hand. In terms of tricks, what are we looking for? Well, it looks like we have 3 spade tricks. We're going to play small on this first trick and see what happens because West may have led away from the jack and the 10. So we're going to try that first. They did not, but that's okay. And then we're going to just play the... Ugh. So we can play the queen of spades, and then what are we going to do? well, I'm thinking we try to start knocking out the hearts. Diamonds we can wait on, because we really need an extra trick as well. So let's do it like this. We're gonna do the spade and then the heart. Small. Hey, that's nice. And they gave us a finesse in spades. Win-win. Okay. So now let's knock out the diamond. Perfect. West is doing great work for us here. I'm gonna pitch the club. I'm gonna play the diamond. Play low to the 9. I was gonna say, if they have the queen and they've made me take this finesse, this like Grosvenor coup, whatever. Well, fine. But we're still getting an over trick. And we can try to take this little... Do they have the ace, queen, jack of clubs? Oh my god, I just did that. I end played them. They gave me another trick. That's exciting. All right, let's tackle this one. So, 2 of hearts, rule of 11, 9 hearts higher than the 2 in the 3 remaining hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, East has 4 in theory, so it's a 4, 4, 4, 1 distribution. What are we thinking though? Where are our tricks coming from? This is a train wreck. I'm gonna duck this first one for sure. They can have that. I don't want it. Switch to a diamond. Love that. So now that I'm back on lead, I'm gonna play a spade. Not so bad, not so bad. Okay, so I have 2 directions I can go. I can... okay, so I can win this one. I really don't want them continue, or I don't want them to work on diamonds. So I'm gonna win this one. I'm gonna cash the king of clubs. Okay. Knock out the ace. And now we are just budding hopefuls. Oh, and we are successful! Okay, so this is beautiful. Our 10 of clubs is good. That means our 2 other clubs are going to be good. So we're at 7, and we might be able to finagle an extra trick here in spades. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it because West may have flown with something that was not, yeah. So we're going to just do it like that. Diamond. Diamond. King of spades. Es pique. Dama pique. And cuatro corazón. Busting out the Spanish for the end of that one. All right, let's try this next one. So looking here, we are in 1 no trump. This one looks rough. They let the queen of diamonds. So queen, jack, small, small. We have 4 in my hand, 2 in the robot's hand. I'm just gonna duck. Let them have that one. King, queen, jack. Duck one more time. Okay. So East switched to the Jack of Spades. They may have the 10, and they do, but I really want to push a heart. Oh no. Oh, it worked. Okay, so that worked. Play the queen. Cash my lovely ace. Cash my lovely ace. Pitch the club. And give them the rest. All right, well, that didn't go too poorly. Let's see if we can finish on another strong note here. I want another 150. We have too many 120s. I don't know if we're gonna get 150. Looks like we are losing 3 spades, the ace of hearts, and maybe more. So they start with the ace of spades, switch to a heart. I take it back. We might be very successful here. 7, 8, 9. I think we are getting our 150 as hoped for. Take those little tricks. Let them pitch their diamonds and a heart and more diamonds. There was a spade. Another spade. I think the spades are good to keep an eye on here because I have nice spades. All right, well, we did get 150, and that's exactly what we were hoping for. So let's see how we did so far. Looks like our total is 520. We've had some much higher results for these ones. So I will post on YouTube how I end up doing compared to everybody else tomorrow once those scores are up and finalized. So a huge thank you to everybody for coming out and hanging out today. Hopefully you had some fun, maybe learned a thing or two along the way. And make sure to like and follow for more daily bridge content. And until next time, happy bridging.